What up? 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 And welcome to another week of Journey of a Jackass. Journey of a Jackass. Journey of a Jackass. And I'm your host, Daya Shakur. You know what I'm saying? So I hope everybody's been having a good weekend, good week so far and all stuff. The kids back at school rolling. Man, you know what I'm saying? We moving into the fall. This month of September is flying. It's almost, you know what I'm saying? It's almost the end already. That's crazy. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, I hope everybody's doing good, stuff like that. I hope everybody's enjoying life right now. Not out here beefing too much over politics and all that stuff. Because we are in the election year and niggas like to get dumb over politics. Like either side really gives a fuck about the people, because they really don't. They really do not give a fuck about the people. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. So all y'all that's been out here arguing and fussing about politics, about Trump, Harris, calling names, and all that stuff, y'all stupid as fuck. Simply put, stupid as fuck. Because when either one of them get elected, your life gonna keep going back to being the same shit it was. Prices gonna keep going up, no matter who's elected. Violence still gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't gonna change. The immigrants still gonna come. So the fuck is y'all talking about? All right. So, but anyway, other than that, man, I hope everybody doing good. So tonight I got a special guest. You know what I'm saying? A DV advocate. You know what I'm saying? Nonprofit organization founder. You know what I'm saying? Author. This is going to be joining me tonight. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. She's going to be joining me tonight. Miss Katrina Carter. She's going to be joining me tonight. But before we get to the good stuff. Oh, and ladies, school has started back. Them kids, so a lot of y'all still working from home. Them kids is in school. Why y'all ain't called your boy yet to come over there and clap some cheeks, man? What's going on? Come on, ladies. And I'm only talking about homegrown, organically born ladies. Not none of you other people. Ladies, them kids is in school. You know what I'm saying? Get your fix. Now, like I said, I hope everybody doing good. Now, before we get into the positive stuff that she's doing in the community, her books, you know what I'm saying, Incapable, Bondage, like, you know what I'm saying, what she has going on, let's get to a story time. Story time with me. Now, y'all have heard me tell stories on here about me getting beat up, me getting punched out my sleep. I ain't never put my hands on women like that, whatever case may be, right? Never. So domestic violence ain't never been in my thing. And like, it's never been in me, right? But since we have a DV advocate on here, I'm going to tell a story about a woman that I know personally that was going through DV. And she got him back the dirty long way. Does that make sense? I'm going to leave the names anonymous. And that's story time. This is about to be story time with me, okay? So this was when I was in the Army. A lot of these stories happened when I was in the Army, right? So we had a chick in one of my units. She was a freak, or whatever case may be. She was paying all the bills. She was paying all the bills in the house. She was doing all the stuff. But her old man wasn't working. He wasn't doing none of that stuff. So I guess he felt less than because she was doing everything. He felt less than. So when he came home, he didn't clean, he didn't cook, he didn't do nothing. So being in the Army, a female in the Army, that joint is hardcore for women in the Army. So he would yell at her, fuss at her, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So we would have to move her to the barracks. This is when I lived in the barracks too. So you know this is about to be wild. So this is when, so we had to move her to the barracks on multiple occasions. So one time she came up to the barracks like, yeah, I want to party like y'all do be doing down there because my husband don't be letting me out the house. I said, okay, cool, right? So she comes down there, she drinks and parties with us and stuff like that. And she started getting a little too friendly with one of the guys living in the barracks. Go figure, right? Because she wasn't getting the attention she was getting at home. So her 72 hours was up. She had to go back home. She go back home. He good, cool, calm, collected for one day. Couple days later, they added again. She come up there, hey, blah, blah, blah. We had a dedicated room for her. You know what I'm saying? So this time it was worse because he choked her. So she come up there, she drinking with us, partying with us. I mean, I had enough of his shit. I don't want to go back to him, stuff like that. And we like, yeah, don't go back to him. Don't go back to him. You know what I'm saying? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So again, her and the guy in the bird was flirting, stuff like that. So this time it went extra far. So she wound up going into his room and staying the night, right? Go in his room, stay in the night, have a good time. You know, they got it in, of course, because she wasn't getting nothing at home. She was being stressed out, all that stuff. So they got it in, right? She felt bad for a second. She did. I ain't gonna lie, she did. Because I'm the one that went in there, that woke up like, hey, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We have to go. It's time for formation. So you have to go. We have to get up and get out. Walk up. Like, come on. So anyway, so we go out to formation and stuff like that. And her old man pulls up to the formation and tries to talk shit to my first sergeant, our leader. Man, y'all keeping my wife up here on purpose, blah, blah, blah. My wife needs to be at home doing her wifely duties, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, right? So we looking, and this was our young, reckless, wild days, right? And it was wild. So they said, well, come on up in here and talk to us. They dismissed us. We was happy as hell. They dismissed us. They brought the wife and him up to the office. They talked to them and stuff like that. They said, well, we can't let her go for 72 hours. She's going to be up here for another 48 hours, you know, blah, blah, blah. But what we are going to do is that we're going to move her on post. She's not allowed to stay on post more. We're going to move her on post. If you move on post with her and this happens, we're going to arrest you and kick you off post. You won't be allowed to come back to the house, right? So I was like, so she came, like, so she had to stay up there. Then after everything settled down, at the end of the day, she came and was drinking, was talking. And it was like, yeah, you know, blah, 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 this. So later on that night, so the next night, he came up to the Bergs looking for her, say he wanted to talk. And we was just all kind of like, okay, cool. So she was just sitting in her room. They went in her room. They was in there talking, having a good time. And then she's like, well, you just got to go, you know, blah, blah, blah. Just leave before I call my chain of command, call my people up here. So he said, you better be lucky they protect you. We heard him threatening her. So we kind of go up there. We standing by the door, right? And like I said, we were young, reckless, and wild back then. Young, reckless, and wild. So her time was up. She went back home. That same night she got home, he whooped her ass. Whooped her ass bad. Like she had bruises, black eye, all that stuff. So they moved. She went to the hospital. Then they moved up to the barracks. So I went down to the end of the hallway and said, hey, man, we got to fuck this dude up. Like, we really got to fuck this dude up. Like, I'm just saying. Like, if he come back up here again, we need to fuck him up. Because we weren't going to go to the house. So we like, because we could have got in trouble. So I said, man, if he comes up again, we just need to fuck him up. Like, just really, really fuck him up like bad. Make him, like, not want to ever touch a woman again. Lo and behold, he came up there that night after she got the hospital stuff. She came up there that night, but he had a firearm with him. So I was like, well, we had firearms too, but ours was illegal. So it was like, fuck, shit, we can get into it with this dude. But we just called it MPs instead because we all have firearms, but we weren't trying to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of like a serious story, right? So anyway, so he left because she didn't open the door. The MP showed up. When they heard the sirens, he ran to the car and left. So the next morning he came to formation. He came up to the formation again. He was sitting out there, and he came out there again acting up. He had no gun on this time. Oh man, y'all holding my fucking wife hostage. She need to be at home doing this, and this. I looked at a couple of dudes in my formation, and we fell out. And then we walked to the front of the formation, and my leader was like, "What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Blah, blah, blah." So I went up there and I punched his face. Bah! And then like 4 or 5 of my other friends came up there. We just started whooping that. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So this was funny. The whole formation ran up there. They went, some people was trying to break it up, but everybody was getting their licks in. Even the leadership was getting their licks in on this motherfucker. Because he was kind of like a big motherfucker. Because when I hit him, he stumbled, but it wasn't enough to knock him down. Then my partner, Bird, came in, pound, and then laid him down. Then we was out there whooping his ass, bam, 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 right? So we out there, we laughing, we joking, whatever case may be. My first time, like, get y'all ass in formation right now. Get the fuck, get what's going on. Get in formation. Get in formation. Blah, blah, blah. So he stand on top of him like, "Man, are you okay, sir? Are you okay?" He said, "No, I'm not okay. Y'all can't do this. I'm going to talk to somebody, blah, blah, blah." My first time, I looked at him and called me back up the front. He said, "You see this guy? This is my enforcer. He's like, enforcer, get him." I started dogging him out. Bam, 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 bam. And then a couple of my friends came up there and we just started stomping them out. Boom, 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 right? So he got in the car and then they got a no contact order. So he couldn't come back on post. Like he couldn't come back, right? So he was calling her, like, "Come on, baby, please." So a month went by. She was still messing with my friend. A month and a half go by, something like that. And she finally goes talk to him to try to work it out, stuff like that, right? When she gets home, she finds out that she's pregnant. She didn't know it was for him or my friend, right? So he was like, the dude got mad that she was pregnant. Tried to put her hands on him. She fled back on post. He chased her back on post. Got back to the barracks. And my partner knew that was his baby. When I say the dude came up the barracks, tried to chase her, grab her, and we all seen it, man, we started running up there, boom, 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 dogged him out. When I say we whooped his ass, we whooped his motherfucking ass, left him unconscious, took his money. He did have his gun on him. We took his money, we took his gun. One of my partners pissed on him because his jaw was broken and everything. And then the person that was working the duty desk called the ambulance. And when they called that ambulance, he left. They put him in the hospital, and we never seen him again. Come to find out, he left after we whooped his ass so bad. He left and went home and never came back. So she had the baby. Once she had the baby, this is what this dumbass get. She had the baby, tracked him down, and put him on child support for a kid that wasn't even his. And that's what the fuck he get for doing domestic violence and beating up on people that we know, right? And that's story time with me. You see how that shit come back tenfold? When you fuck up like that, it comes back 10 fucking fold. He paid $1,000 of child support for a baby not his. He got whooped up. We got whooped up twice and put in the hospital once. You know what I'm saying? Jaw broke. I'm talking about pissed on, everything. I don't condone violence. Well, I'm lying. In some cases, that shit is needed. And I've inflicted a lot of it. I've been through a lot of it in my life. And this is one of the situations that this person deserved it. I was happy that my first sergeant even let me go. He called me to the front and let me finish dogging them out. That made me proud. Did we get in trouble? Yeah, they took us outside. They smoked, they made us do push-ups, sit-ups, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? And that's story time with me. All right. So now that I'm done with the story time, we got Arthur, you know what I'm saying, DV advocate, you know what I'm saying, all around great person, Miss Woman, Katrina Carter, that's about to join us. So everybody give it up for Katrina Carter.
You a mess. You still a mess. My God.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. Now she's trying to get the single mothers to hit you up now. Now,
Hey, the kids back at school, goddamn, but they waiting on.
now
Shit, but they waiting on, baby. Hey, shit, come on, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got the you know what I'm saying? I got the motherfucking, I be up my staying in shape and everything. I got my cardio up. Like, come on, baby, what y'all waiting on?
oh Lord, you ready?
I'm ready. You know what I'm talking about? Look. I be in and out the house before you got picked before the school bus come. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Have me some lunch ready, and then we'll be good to go. I say, you know what I'm saying? Just hit me up when you need. It's a dick delivery service. The only operates during school hours though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord.
So first and foremost, tell the people who you are.
I am Katrina Carter, the founder of Incapable, Bondage Thrive. We are a nonprofit that spreads awareness to domestic violence, mental health, and trauma. We do that through hosting events, either virtually or in person. I do lives once a month for Mindful Mondays. And we do that because domestic violence has become kind of like something that's been pushed under the rug. So,
And what's
um,
you know what's fucked up about this?
what?
I'm glad you said that, right? So you know what's fucked up about that? Domestic violence has become a societal norm, like gun violence.
I was listening.
Yeah, it is.
That's the thing. And what be pissing me off, man, is that they still hold on to, I just did a lie, they still be holding on to these old laws from the fucking 50s and 60s, you know what I'm saying, with a piece of paper. um that don't do nothing for us, that don't do shit for us, you
Yeah,
know, that
no, I agree. Do you know in the state of Virginia in November, this a law in November at for 30 minutes in November. It's a day, I forgot the exact date. But you could take your wife to the courthouse steps from noon to 12:30. I forgot the exact date, and you could beat her legally on the courthouse steps in the state of Virginia.
Yep. People think it's still, so it's stuff like that that's still around. And I tell people, like, you got to do your research to know where you live and what's going on. Like, a lady was just, she was just killed in Georgia in the courthouse parking lot by her husband because she filed restraining orders. And the sad part about it is that the system is trying to say, oh, we done been to her house and they lied, basically lied and told us things that were going on. But it doesn't matter at that point. You know, we grown,
Yeah.
ain't nobody child. You keep your hands to yourself. I keep my hands to myself. Um, but it's not just women. Someone who's also a domestic violence advocate. Her son was recently murdered in Prince George's County. He was stabbed by his wife. She on the run.
Damn. So yeah,
Yep.
what? You know, I've been a victim of that too. I told you I had some hoes punch me on my sleep because they went through my phone and see I was texting other women.
Yeah, so I tell people it don't. They always, it's not just women; it's men as well. So we have to understand that domestic violence is domestic violence. Keep your
Yeah.
fucking hands to yourself. You
Yep.
don't own nobody, And the sad part is that a lot of people don't understand. Well, they be like, "Well, why did you stay?" The same reason you stayed with that nigga that was cheating on you. Like what the It's
Yeah.
like we don't want to hear that.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy about that? And I say that even to people, like I say this to a lot of things, right? Like for instance, um, politics. Black folks been to get abused by Democratic Party for a long time, but they won't leave it. You know why? Because they used to the abuse. Women, people go to jail, get abused and everything. They will keep going back because they used to jail. They have Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome. You're going to forever give the oppressor power over you. You feel like that's a norm for them to have a power over you. So a lot of people they in these situations like this is all they know. So they suffer from Stockholm syndrome. I have to go back to the person that's abusing me.
Right. And then the way the system works for somebody who's gone through it. I had a restraining order. The police department literally was behind my apartment complex. I called them and I said, he's standing across the street. I'm about to leave out because I have to go to work. Can y'all escort me to the train station? They told me,
Uh-huh.
you stay on your side of the street. He gonna stay on his side of the street. If he starts to approach you, then call us.
What?
Yeah. We don't escort. We don't do this. We don't. So when I hear those, so I know that should be true, cause they don't. When you go file a restraining order, if you live in a big city like we live in the DMV area, right? So you don't drive a car, or if the nigga done fuck your car up, cause mine used to bust the windows and flat tires and shit from my
Hold on,
car.
hold on. What you was giving this man to make him act like that?
Hey now, the same thing you trying to go get, the same thing you trying to go get from them single mothers. Now, so
Yeah,
what's crazy is that I had to catch the bus and the train.
yeah.
He gotta catch the bus and the train too. So they don't protect you when you gotta go file a restraining order, because you gotta do that on your own, right? When you gotta go and sit in the courtroom and sit out in the lobby area of the courtroom, you are still sitting there across from the person that has done these things to you. The laws now too is, if you call 911 and 911 comes to your home and neither one of y'all have deadly injuries, then they take y'all both to jail, because they're saying that they don't know who is the victim and who is the aggressor. So that is also a new law that a lot of people don't know about, that was passed.
Yeah, I mean anything. So the prison system is an institution. Like you know what I'm saying. So if they like why we gotta lock one up? Why lock one up when we lock both of them up? Get double the fines, make them pay double the court fees. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like they don't care
They
about none of that.
they don't care. So I tell people, like, you can't sit back and think that just because a person is in a situation, they may try. I have my DMs are always jumping with women that want to know, can you help me get out of it? And what's so heartbreaking is that my organization is building. So the money that my organization has come from my pockets,
Okay.
right? So if I need to put somebody up in a hotel, or if I need to go get them, or whatever I need to do, I'm doing that. The government is not helping, because the government wants y'all to think that they got all of these organizations, these large organizations that can help somebody, and they don't. The woman who recently reached out to me, I've been talking to her for like the past month. When she first called me, I sat on the call dial and I called 211. I call the shelters. They don't have no space. They don't have no transportation. They don't have any of those things, right? And so here I am taking money out of my pocket, because I'm like, okay, let me help her the best that I can. Let me find some resources for her, right?
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, she ended up letting the man back in. He did the same thing to her again, right? And so now I think he's locked up, because she pressed the issue for them to keep him locked up. So now she has to now find money and
Yeah.
resources to have somewhere to stay. She contacted DC, Virginia Williams. Virginia Williams told her that they couldn't help her, or they told her they have somebody call her. She still ain't been called back. She called the state. She called Maryland, of course, 211. They give her all these different numbers to call. That is the thing that people that don't understand, when you in domestic violence and you try to get help, you don't have no resources.
Yeah.
There are no resources out here. So small organizations like mine and other small organizations, we do come together to try to help. But y'all gotta know that money comes out of our pocket.
So I got a question for you, right? So if everything, so if you have not tried to apply for any kind of grants or anything like any federal funding for your organization, because I know they have programs out for you. Just they like you said they have it, but they hide it from you. Actually, because if it's not used, it goes back into the pot and goes somewhere else.
So what they do is you can apply, and but they give it to these larger organizations. So I used to do grant audits, right?
Uh huh.
I used to do grant audits. One of the things that I realized is that with these grants, they give them to who they want to give them to. You got to still know somebody to get the money, right?
Uh huh.
And a lot of the money that they give is because these organizations look good on paper. So my organization is new. I'm a fairly new organization, right? And
Yep.
because I've been doing all of these things out of pocket, they want to see what my budget is. Well, I don't have no budget because everything comes from me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's things that they want to see that I can be honest, I'm unable to provide, but I can show them the things that I've done within the community and things like that, but it has to be on paper.
So why don't you set up a QuickBooks, like a QuickBooks thing for like you can do QuickBooks, just set up like every time you spend money on hotels or you help people out, you organize drives and stuff like that. You put in QuickBooks like this is what the expense was, this what the expense was, this what the expense was, right? And then you gotta give yourself about 20-30% on there so you know they
Right.
get you a little bit get you a little bit extra money, you know what I'm talking about?
Right. So I tell
Yes.
people like pour into. I promise y'all, we ain't doing this just for the money. If people understood how many women, men, children need help, and I also push because my organization helps when it comes to mental health as well. So when you get out of a domestic violence, so the one thing is getting help to get out. Once you get out, the next thing is that how are you supposed to live a normal life when you're used to somebody beating your ass every day, when you're used to somebody taking your money, when you're used to somebody locking you out your like what does that look like mentally? So I know you're ex-military. I
Yeah.
have PTSD as well. But when I tell people that I have PTSD, they don't understand how I can have PTSD from being in a domestic violence relationship because I was getting my ass beat.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. So,
I
so
was being called all type of bitches. I have been spit on. I have been kicked. I've had my hair pulled out. Whatever you can think of has happened to me.
and you know what's crazy, and what's believable, what the truth is about that is I ain't gonna say believable because I know it's very it's a real thing. So what's crazy about that is that when with me being in therapy all the time, I've been in therapy for a long time,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
and and what I'm learning why I'm unpacking it is a lot of my PTSD, a lot of my post traumatic stress disorders started before I joined because of all the shit I
That
was going through. Yeah,
that
a lot of my triggering experiences, the way I protect myself, react, and all stuff, that shit was before I even joined the service. It just
yeah.
the army and going to war just amplified it.
And see, we as black people need to understand that we go through shit.
Yep,
It
yep.
ain't just the white people. It ain't just them. We go through a lot of shit that causes you to and react to things a certain way. So my story is I was molested. I was my abandoned. All that shit happened to me. Right. I was
Mm-hmm.
a people pleaser because I wanted people to see me because I wasn't raised by my mom or my dad.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying it because you're right. PTSD starts before, but once you continue to get yourself into, and I'm saying getting yourself into situations, because that's what I did. I would
Mm-hmm.
go and I'll be with these men, and either they were financially abusive, emotionally abusive, physically abusive, whatever the case may be, because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know me. I thought
Yeah.
that in order for a man to love me, that means that he put his hands on me. I thought that it meant if a man loved me, I had to give him my whole paycheck. I thought if a man loved me that I had to put myself down so low so that he'll look like he's the breadwinner or he'll look like he's this amazing man and I'm the one that's suffering. So it's a lot of shit that we have to understand when it comes to your mental health. We gotta know black people. And I'm saying black people because we the ones who sit back and we push too much shit under the rug, right?
Yep.
If
Uh-huh.
if your mama was out here doing shit and you saw it and you witnessed it, that's trauma. So that's gonna negate what type of men you choose to be with or type of women you choose to be with, whatever you choose to do, right? The
Yep.
other thing is that if somebody touched you inappropriately, that's gonna also dictate if you're gonna be promiscuous. I was promiscuous in high school because somebody touched me at 12. But I thought that was my power because I thought that, hey, if I wanted to give it to somebody, I'll give it to them because somebody else decided they was gonna take it.
You know what what's what the crazy thing is about that. So when I was in the military, right? When I was in the military, um, I used to attract women, right? Promiscuous women, of course, but I used to attract women and stuff like that. And then once I really got into the weeds with them, they see me. I was a leader. I was in charge of so many people. I was like strong, physical, vocal, all that stuff. A lot of the women that were attracted, that I was attracted, were either like you said, were molested children or were foster kids, and they never seen the foundation. So when they came, they was automatically attracted to me because I brought structure to their life. I was like a hardcore, blah blah blah. They was like, oh, and I was in the army, so I had to be abrasive to everybody. I just could be abrasive to the dudes. I had to be abrasive to the females too. Little did I know that the females that was in foster kids thought that's what love was.
Exactly. So
You know what I'm saying?
you was, for some of them, you was a safe space, but
Yep.
for some of them, you was just the norm,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Some of
Yep.
them, so for me, I look for men that are gonna make me feel safe, right?
Yep.
So making me feel safe could be muscular, you know what I'm saying? Could be that rah rah type of dude, you know what I'm saying? Someone's gonna make me feel like I'm protected. It wasn't until recently that I understood, in order for me to feel safe and to feel protected, that the man also has to know how to handle me properly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So understanding that means also I had to take accountability for what I allow
What?
men.
Hold on. Say what you just said. Hold on, time out. I gotta write that down because I'm going to use that for a snippet. Now,
No,
what you said? You said you had to hold yourself. What? Hold on. You had to
I had
hold
to
on. You had to hold.
I had to hold myself accountable for what I allowed men to do.
I want y'all to hear this. A black woman that understands accountability. Hold on. Let's go. Come on. You keep going.
And let me tell you why I said this, right?
Uh-huh.
A lot of times we want to be the victim. We are the victim at the time that the nigga is putting his hands on us, right?
Yep.
But we got to sit down and say, okay, what did I allow him to do? And that's a hard pill to swallow, because now you feel like if I hold myself accountable for the shit that I allow him to do, then people are going to look at me differently. No, they not. That don't mean that he's right for black. I done had black eyes.
That's just fucked
I done
up.
had bruises.
Yeah.
I done had, like I said, my hair is, still trying to grow my edges back. You know what I'm saying? From him pulling my hair out. But I said, okay, Trina, what did you allow him to do? Well,
Yeah.
I allow him to put his hands on me because I didn't know me. I didn't know my own self-worth. I allow him to cheat on me because I didn't know, right? I have, now this right here is gonna blow a lot of people's minds. The bitch that he was cheating on me with, we were co-workers.
Hey, oh man. Hey, how you
I
gonna
ain't done.
he
Ain't
gonna
done.
shit when you eat
Listen,
when you eat.
ain't done. She came and picked me up to go get him out of jail because they had me thinking that they were just friends, co-workers.
So your coworker was fucking your dude.
Exactly.
Hey man,
So the
that's a
amount,
cold ass world.
yeah. So what did I allow? I knew, I had a feeling that he was fucking with her, but I allowed them to play with me to think that I didn't know shit. You said, so you have to hold yourself accountable. That helps you on your healing. That helps you understand yourself better. So when you go out here and you get in another relationship, or you decide to get you a fuck, whatever the case may be, that you're able
You get you a fuck buddy.
yeah, you're able to
Ah,
understand,
you
right?
nasty. You nasty.
You can understand you can understand yourself more. You can be able to say, you know what? The last nigga that I was with, he used to holler and scream at me all the time. So if I get into another relationship with somebody, you ain't gotta tell them that the last nigga was hollering and screaming at you, but you can say, hey, can you talk to me differently?
Well, it's not only that, right? So I feel like everybody should go into the situation with respect, right? So I'm not saying go into looking for red flags, but I like if there's certain things like when I navigate through things like I don't tolerate no disrespect at all, like of any kind.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that's just me. You've been around me. I'm a happy-go-lucky person. Like I'm
Yeah.
always smiling, having fun, stuff like that. So it's like would I may say some crazy stuff here and there, but I don't mean it in a disrespectful manner. I'm just bluntly
Yeah.
honest. You know what I'm saying? So people like I there's certain things that I look for. I listen for toxic language. I listen for when people, especially if you around somebody long enough, they will tell stories about things they've been through, things they've done, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then
Mm-hmm.
and it like the truth always comes to you know what I'm saying to the light. Always does.
Yep.
So yeah,
They
man.
can just gotta just be mindful. You know what I'm saying? Everybody and who they show up to be. You know, some people do some people do show up how they are. 100% who they are. I met you in person. This who you are. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't show up that way. Everybody don't. It's always a chameleon. It's a facade, especially with niggas that put their hands on women and down women and shit like that. They gonna
Hey,
show up as your knight in shining armor. They gonna show up like this is what you wanted. And see, then we end up falling into that trap of telling them about the last niggas that we was with, and then they end up using it against you.
yeah.
And then oh, you allow him to put his hands on you, so why I can't do it? Cause nigga, you ain't him.
Well, and then another thing too. So like you said, when niggas be well, I be seeing niggas that be like shitting on chicks all the time. Like I be on social media and I see somebody that's just every post they got is shitting on women, blah blah blah. I was like, and I always post on their comment. I'm like, nigga, you must don't get no pussy at all, like zero. I do. I do. I'm like, y'all, you must don't get no pussy because only thing I've never seen you with a woman, and only thing you do is post talking shit about women. Like I never seen you in a relationship. I never seen you with no women. You never brought a bitch around. Like you either gay or you really just don't like you. You won't get none at all. Like something happened to you where you just don't like women.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, get out of here, man. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that shit true. That shit true as hell. I'm like, man, what the hell going on with you?
I'm saying just be mindful and stop. So I what I've taught myself too is that take your time to get to know the person. When you've gone through shit, you look for and you end up being like a hopeless romantic and you want somebody to love you because the relationship that you have been in, the motherfuckers didn't love you right. So I'm learning at this point in my life is just to take my time to understand that person. Okay, what happened in your last relationships? We ain't gotta know everything, but talk about it. Right? What you like, what you don't like, that helps you, especially for us that have been through domestic violence, especially for us that have been through any type of trauma, period, men, women, whoever. And then the other thing is that people got to know too, children need assistance as well. So even though we focus on the mom, we focus on the dad, you got to get the children help too. Because if we don't get the children help, they either going to become the abuser or be
They're
abused.
gonna repeat the cycle. Yeah, they're gonna repeat the
Yeah.
cycle. So,
Yeah.
so this one, I got a question for you, right? And
Okay.
this is the reality of it, right? So if we know this is a repeated cycle, right? This is a repeated cycle. If broken homes, domestic violence, stuff like that, right? Why do you think in our community we are creating children out like outside of stable homes. We're becoming baby daddies and baby mamas, and we're having kids with people that we know that's going to abuse us and stuff like that. Why do you think we're, even though we know it's a problem, why do you think we're still doing it?
Because it's glorified.
Good good answer.
It's glorified. It's glorified. I mean, if you got 4 or 5 baby daddies, or if you are here, popping your pussy and ain't going up, it's glorified. You know what I'm saying? It's made it seem as though it's okay. And I'm not down and no, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But it's glorified in our community that it's okay for you to have 4 or 5 baby daddies, get assistance, live in public housing, like that's fine. And the sad part about it is that I always go back to the system. The system says, okay, if the black man, black father is in the home, especially down south, if the dad is in the home and y'all not married, they still putting them on child support.
Yeah, common law marriage.
So it
Yeah.
don't matter. We have to change our mindset, and it's very hard because we are already our minds are already fucked up. But the ones who are able to change their mindset to say, okay, listen, if I go out here and I have a baby with you, then I'm gonna try to make this shit work. And if it don't work, then I'll figure out how we're able to co-parent where our kids don't miss out on something. See,
They
we
don't
don't we
we
don't
so they
have
get
it.
both, yeah, so we get both parents. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah,
that's one of the things that, like, I had to fight for. My ex-wife, she was like, no, it took two of us to create this kid. You
that's
start bringing your
great.
mother, you better start bringing your motherfucking ass around.
Exactly. Do
Yeah,
what you're
so
supposed to do. Whole. So for me, and they probably ain't gonna like me after this interview. I'm a woman who I don't believe in child support. The reason I don't believe in child support is
fuck you, man.
because
Where the fuck you was at 20 years ago?
I
20, you
don't
know what I'm
believe
saying?
in child support. This is the reason I don't believe in it, right?
Uh,
If you're gonna do for your child, then do for your child. But for me, you need to spend more time with them. Time is more valuable than money, because that child is going to always remember who showed up for what and how they showed up for them. So we have to understand too. And then child support, how the hell is he going to take care of the child if he in the rears?
hey, now you know what, and that'd be the first thing. Those were the top two things. A woman say, "Oh, well, if and this, well, you ain't gonna see your kid no more, or this, and this. I'm gonna put your ass on child support."
Yep, yep,
I'll be like,
yep. So I never did. I told my
"Hey,
daughter, daughter,
I was saying, yeah, we got
keep
some, we got some professional baby moms out here too. Like they go, I think Drea, that chick, Drea, she just hit the trifecta. She got 3 million their babies and all that stuff. So she can retire off of that.
hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like you said earlier, that's the culture we want. When people say, "Oh, we do it for the culture," I'm like, "What culture you talking about?" Only thing I see in black people is gangs. The culture you talk about is gangs, violence, and baby mothers. Like that's the culture you talking about. I don't get it. So
And we
when
got to
somebody,
change it.
yeah, but
Nobody wants to step up and change it.
yeah,
Like there are a lot of like I say, I'm connected to a lot of different organizations, and I know that the work that they do is amazing. But we're just small organizations. It's not, we can't do a whole lot, right?
uh-huh.
So our people got to change their mindset. That's the gist of it. You know what I'm saying? Our people got to understand that we can't glorify everything. For black people, the negativity is glorified, not the positive. There are men out here who take care of their kids. There
And
are men out
you'll
here,
never see it. So
right?
look, you'll never see it. So statistical fact. This is a statistical fact. I'm glad you said that. You'll never see it. It's a statistical fact. Out of besides Caucasian men, right? We black men are the. As a matter of fact, it was, I think we was higher than them. Black men are the most consistent males in the household. More than, I think it was the white men was just above us at like 83% like that. But 71% of black men are in their child's life. And then everybody else was like, the Mexicans was right there with us, the Asians was right there, stuff like that. So they try to paint the picture like we not there when we're in the top percentages of it
Yeah.
per capita. You feel what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. But you will never see that because it's perceived as the black man is a deadbeat father all the way around. So you'll never see the good fathers be put out there on the forefront, because as soon as somebody put it out there on the forefront, then you have the, oh well, that's what he's supposed to do. That's, oh well, we supposed to do the same shit as mothers.
I mean, listen, and the struggle. I'm talking about the struggle be real. I be seeing some dudes be going through it. I even went through it. You feel what I'm saying? At first, like
Mm.
I was going through it. Like I was like, man, why the fuck it gotta be so hard for me to see my kid? Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm already paying you the money I'm supposed to be paying you. Like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, moving around, doing all this shit. Like, why it gotta be so hard for me to see my kids? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I be like, damn. I like get out your feelings before you fuck up this kid. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yep.
So, but yeah. So finish talking about the organization. We done got all sidetracked talking about bitter baby mamas and shit.
Okay, my organization. So we have an event planned October 12th, y'all. It is a free event. It is at Sycamore and Oak, which is in Washington, D.C. We are asking for donations, so monetary donations. We're asking that you just come, but you have to register. So if you register, that helps my organization to say this is the amount of people that we reach at this event. So that will help me as far as applying for grants and things like that. We will send out an email and ask like, what do you know, what you didn't know about domestic violence. The event is something that has never been done before. There has never been a domestic violence simulator ever in the United States of America. So, a domestic violence simulator, there are going to be 3 to 4 different scenarios depending on which table that you sit at, and then you're going to have to walk through that scenario. So for example, I call 911, the police come out. The police say they come out, they say, okay, we're going to lock both of y'all up because we don't know who's the aggressor, right? So in that aspect of it, it's going to be questions like, well, why do you feel the system implemented this? How do you feel as though the system can change? But then you also have to say with your emotions, right? Because if you and your partner get locked up and y'all have kids, the kids got to go into CPS,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So, with that aspect of it, how does the system help you? The system doesn't help you because the police come, they lock both of y'all up. They're listening. He could be lying or she could be lying. But instead of them trying to figure it out, oh, we're gonna lock both of y'all up. We're gonna let the courts decide. Well, then you go to court, your kids get, sent to CPS, then that's trauma. That's
Yep.
more trauma on them because if they ain't sent to CPS, it's all type of pedophiles and shit in there, and anything can happen in less than 24 hours. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So when you go through this simulator, it's real life shit that has happened, and so you're gonna have to put your emotions in it. Can't take your emotions out. So how would you feel if you got locked up, you don't know where your kids at, right? You
Yep.
go to court, the system, you're in front of the court, the judge don't give you no restraining order, but they say we're gonna keep your kids because you has exposed your kids to violence. Now what happens? Are you
Damn.
gonna call them? Are you gonna call them again if he put his hands on you? Hell no,
Damn.
right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's fucked
another
up. That's a fucked up
scenario.
scenario.
Yeah, another scenario would be okay. You do come, you know what I'm saying, and they do come and see. This is something that happened to me. My nose was fractured. My nose was bleeding. The police came. They took me to the hospital. I'm
Uh-huh.
sitting in the hospital waiting area with my nose bleeding, and I'm sitting in the waiting area. They didn't give me any type of napkins. They didn't give me any type of They didn't give me nothing. So I'm sitting in the hospital waiting area with my nose bleeding, my nose fractured, right?
Uh-huh.
Sitting in there. Then I had just started a job, new job, get into it with him, nose fractured, leave the hospital. My face is swollen from, gosh, shit, my nose is fucked up, right? So
Yeah.
now how you gonna go to work? So you can't go to work.
Shit. I remember shit. I've been work with broken bones and stuff, like broken orbital bones. I went in cast, all that shit.
Oh Lord.
I like wearing masks and shit. They like, what's going on with you?
What's
What
going
happened here?
on, right?
I'm like,
So
I'm like, don't bother me. I'm working.
yeah, so I'm gonna tell you what I did. I didn't go to work the next day after it happened, but I did end up going to work 2 days after, right? So
Yeah.
I went in there, but I had to come up with a lie. What happened to you, Katrina? Oh, I slipped and fell in the tub, right?
I'm like, that looked like a knuckle print. You lying.
I slipped and fell. So in that aspect of it, right?
Yeah.
How does the system help you? Because even though he did all these things, he was out within 24 hours. So how am I protected?
Yeah.
What happens, right? Another thing is you file a restraining order. I don't know if a lot of people know this or not, but they give you a temporary restraining order that's for 7 days.
Yeah. Before they give you a permanent one. Yeah.
If he doesn't get served within those 7 days, it's repeated for another 7 days. You can go a whole month before you get a permanent restraining order, but that shit ain't permanent. It's for a year.
It's for a year. And then you got to go back and get renewed.
then you got to go back and get it renewed.
That,
If he ain't done shit to you within that year,
yeah.
they not renewing your restraining order.
You,
So
that
now what do you do?
that light behind you is blinding.
It's
It's blinding. There you go. It was blind. It was blinding.
so now what do you do? Right?
Uh, uh,
So those are the things, and also not just the system, but when it comes to your family and your friends,
uh-huh.
you calling and saying, okay, this is what happened. I say down south because I know how down south work. I don't know how it works up here. But down
Yeah.
south, that's your man. You better stick beside your man. Oh, he's taking care of you and them kids. You don't need to leave him. Girl, it's okay if he you know what I'm saying? Just go and put some makeup on it. Just go put some ice on your face. Just do this and do that.
Now, when I was in Louisiana, um, them women down there can fight. You can call yourself putting your hands on them if you want. Or they call their daddy or somebody. They show up with the shotgun.
Yeah, some of, but a lot of them, it ain't that easy. You know what I'm saying? It's stay with that
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Stay
yeah.
stay with him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Don't
So
break up the family.
exactly. So it's just a lot behind it. So that's what we're doing. And again, like we're just asking for in like donations. You can go on our website and donate. The registration for the event is on our website as well. If you say, you know what, I don't want to give to an organization, I need to get something. If I'm gonna give them something, we have merchandise like tumblers, t-shirts, mugs, those types of things that you're more than willing to purchase. I have coloring books as well, affirmation coloring books. I have affirmation cards. There's
Yeah.
so many things that you can actually go in there and purchase if you just don't want to give your money to us and you need us to give you something.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Now, and we've been talking all this time. We ain't even got to your book. We ain't like what's going on?
Oh, so the book, so it is an anthology. So the anthology is 40 women, right? And so we all tell our story. It's called Seeing Herself in Her Story. Okay. So it's an amazing anthology. It's not just my story, but there's women in there who have gone through breast cancer. There's women in there who have gone through divorce. There's women in there who had to have gone through church hurt. So it's so much that is in the book itself. That's also something. If you want something, if you give us something, you can purchase the book. It's on my website as well. It's just so many things that you can see that I have going on that you can go in there and get for your kids can read the anthology. Your kids can take the coloring book, right? It's an affirmation coloring book. Your kids can take the affirmation cards. It's for everybody. I have journals for men. I have those type of things because men, y'all act like y'all don't go through shit, but y'all do.
Oh
So
no,
there
no.
is.
I journal. I journal. Like listen, these composition books and stuff like this, I have these filled. And then I write books. I write a ton of
I
books.
know,
So
yeah, yeah.
I write a ton of books. Like I journal, I get it out.
Yeah, so
Shit.
that's good to hear. And men need to know that journal, write out your damn feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I have journal for men. If you don't want to print it out or you don't want nobody to know that you have it, you can do the ebook version of it. Keep it on your phone and type it in there and stuff like that. So those are all the things that we actually have going on. Make sure y'all go and support us.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at that. All right. Now we at the part of the show where I got some questions.
Oh Lord, let's go. Let's go.
Hold on, let me get in here. I got let me get in here. All right.
One question.
Oh yeah, no, I got a couple. I got a couple. I got a couple.
One. Let's go.
All right. Okay. Question number one. What do you think Donald Trump's scalp looked like under his toupee?
Oh shit. Like these yellow lines in the street.
What? So it'd just be all orange. I wonder if they have to lift it up to paint his head orange too.
They got to make it look like it's together, just like when women get them lace fronts. We gotta make sure we put the makeup and stuff on there so it can look real.
I think he looked like Darth Vader under
Oh hell
there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay.
no. Okay.
It's gonna be huge.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, question number 2. If you could commit one crime without worrying about going to jail, what would you do?
Ooh wee. Take somebody out. I ain't gonna say who though, but take somebody out. Cause that will be a release to me. Hmm. Don't look around.
Oh, that's fucking John Wick on the phone.
remove
Hold on.
remove them. Remove the stress, the drama. Just yeah. Hmm. Don't think too long. What's the next question? Don't think too long. Don't think too hard.
Are you okay? How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? Have you taken your medication today? How are you feeling?
Oh, I ain't take my medicine today.
Oh yeah, okay, I can tell. It's like just straight out the gate, murder gang.
Yep.
Not no bank robbery, not no money
Nah.
laundering, just
Nah.
straight murder gang.
That's it. Take them out.
So you think killing somebody would make you feel like say you could launder because what's Elon Musk about to be a trillionaire
Mm.
or like from Bill Gates, one of them that's billionaires or Oprah or somebody like that. You would rather kill somebody than launder a couple $1 billion from them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That PTSD whooping your ass. That shit whooping your motherfucking ass. I'm still in the motherfucking money. Shit. Hey
my
man.
peace is worth it. Just go. You know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
You'll know.
Uh, it went straight to the murder gang.
That's right.
Damn. Black people, man. It was quick and you didn't think twice about it. Damn.
Nah. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Next question. Now that I know that watch what I say now. Fuck when I get killed out here. All right. Okay. So next question.
Mm-hmm.
If Mississippi was invaded by zombie slave masters, do you think they would eat black folks or try to put them back into slavery?
Try to put them back into slavery.
Zombie slave masters?
Yep.
Why?
Because they look at us as being more valuable to them that way. What is eating us gonna do? They can have us.
Food.
They can have us do all their dirty work. We can go bring them the food. The other
Like
black.
so they would make us go back slaves, and instead of growing cotton and stuff, we would have to go hunt other black people for them to eat.
Exactly.
That is fucked up. That's what is wrong with you? God damn. Murder game that now we hunt black people to feed to the zombie slave master. What the fuck is going on out here?
Remember, I'm from Mississippi now,
That's what I'm saying.
so I know.
So you would, I would rather take my chances on the run from the zombies than. So you would help them out with this.
You're gonna help them out.
So if they take you back into slavery, you would voluntarily help them out to go capture other
Mm-hmm.
black folks to feed them.
Yep, it's only gonna be a certain type of black folks I'm gonna look for. Because if I know if I feed them to them, that's gonna take them out.
Zombies don't die from AIDS and shit.
They
So you
might.
know.
These Mississippi zombies.
So I have my concerns now.
Don't be
I,
concerned.
I have my concerns now.
Don't be concerned.
You ain't took your meds. When the last time you had something? You got some pent up frustration. You all right? You talk about you talk about killing
A little,
motherfuckers
a little bit, a little
little
bit.
okay, all right. It's not enough. You talking about killing motherfuckers and hunting niggas for the zombie slave masters. I don't know, dog. I don't
Set them
know,
all
man.
up. Set them.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, last question, but I don't want to get killed tonight.
Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Let me make sure I word this right, because I don't want you're gonna say something about killing somebody. Okay. If you see everything that's going on with Diddy right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see all the stuff he going around, people extorting him for money, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, me personally, I don't think he's gonna once they put him in the feds, he ain't gonna survive. They're gonna Epstein him. I think he gonna get
Think
Epstein.
so?
I
Damn.
do, because like all that footage they collected, he was beating people backs out. So, you know what I'm saying? Diddy been beating dudes backs out since the 90s. So the question, my next question for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hear me out. Diddy, if you walked in with your cell phone out and you see them all lubed up, having sex with your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend, right? And the dude you talking to now, who do you think the problem is?
Not Diddy.
Who's the common denominator between the dudes?
Me. Shit.
Hey, I'm playing. I'm fucking with you.
I be like, nigga, the fuck? What's wrong with y'all?
Hey, man, they found 1,000 bottles of lube at that nigga house, dog.
Damn.
Hey, imagine walking in and he got a big ass closet the size of your place filled with baby oil,
Yeah, they said
baby oil and lube.
he been, Diddy, he used to say, take that, take that. That's what he was doing.
That's what he meant it. He meant it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he didn't pay his Illuminati bill, so they yeah, they about to Epstein him or Aaron
Yeah.
Hernandez him. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, oh, he hung himself. Nah, he ain't hung himself. Y'all did that shit. And then they gonna destroy like all the tapes and all the footage and stuff like that. They put that shit in a secure lockup, so they're not even gonna use it in court.
Yeah,
So that
he done,
means
he done.
that
Whoever them
makes
higher ups that he was fucking with, he done pissed them off.
yeah,
Whoever it
yeah.
was. Hell yeah.
And I'm talking about dudes with influence. So, you know what I'm saying? He probably was messing with one of the dudes and they cut him off. And then Diddy beat him up, domestic violence, beat him up. And he said, don't worry about it, because once I leave here, I'm going to release all them videos. And then the old buddies start calling all these people. They said, we got to get this motherfucker. We got to put him in jail and burn all the evidence.
Damn. Well.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that was the last question I had. You know what I'm saying? I was
All
messing with
right.
you. Yeah, that was the last question I had. Now that I think about it, I'm still stuck on the part with you hunting black people down
Hello. Don't be stuck now.
and killing niggas.
Don't be repeating stuff now. You acting like them. Don't be repeating stuff now.
I'm
Don't repeat
I'm
it.
like how would you do it? You would like throw a TV in the tub? Like how would you do it?
You don't even know all of that. You wouldn't even know that I did it. They wouldn't either.
Because they're gonna be dead.
Yeah.
I'll be God. Who the fuck did I invite on this? No, please. oh, man.
I hang with killers and drug dealers now. Don't let it fool you.
Evidently. But yeah, so tell everybody where they can find you at. Tell them what your websites, your social medias, and
Yes.
all that stuff.
Everything is Incapable Bondage. So incapablebondage.org. Instagram is Incapable Bondage. Facebook is Incapable Bondage. TikTok Incapable Bondage. You can email me thrive at incapablebondage.org. Everything is the same across the board. So you don't have no confusion. You can't say you ain't know. Everything is the same across the board. You can Google me and I'll pop up.
There you go. All right, I like that. What time your kids go to school? Because you might need a tune up. You talk about murder people. I'm fucking with you. Hey.
Listen, I got them kids. Listen, and when somebody done fucked over you for a long time, they listen. You know, I have. You know, I love God. Look, I love God, and I talk to Him. Me and God, they had long conversations about this, and I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But man, it was great having you on tonight and sharing your story, man, and all that. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
come back. I knew it was gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What's that? Yeah. Tonight was most excellent. Talking that shit, having a good time. And this is what I do every week.
Yeah. Okay. Make sure you invite me back again.
I show the hell will. That's if you're not locked up for first degree murder.
I won't be. They won't. They won't even know.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. John Wick.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, enjoy your night. I got to get this show rolling.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, murder game. Okay. Uh, that was a fantastic show, though. Man, sharing all the domestic violence information and the stuff about her nonprofit and things. Make sure y'all support. Make sure y'all support her because what she's doing is major for our community. The mental health aspect, the domestic violence aspect, all of that, man. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all check her out for real. Real good, dope individual. Very dope. All right. So we're gonna move on to community events. Community events. Community events. All right. So community event. The brothers and sisters co-drive is still going on until next week. All right. So I got one more week to get them coats. So 8201 Corporate Drive. 8201 Corporate Drive. All right. I've been saying this week after week after week. Bring gently used coats because they're doing the coat giveaway October the 5th. So bring those gently used coats to 8201 Corporate Drive. All right. So 8201 Corporate Drive. Y'all make sure y'all get the coats out there, man. Okay. I've been beating that one into the dirt. So you know what I'm saying? No sense to keep talking about it. So we're gonna move on. No, matter of fact, no, yeah, we are gonna do it. The read of the week. The read of the week. Read of the week. So this read of the week is another good murder mystery. It's about a officer that's trying to hunt a dude down, and he's always ahead. It's based in like the hood, right? So I got the book on my desk because I'm in the middle of reading it, and it's good, about action packed, a lot of good storytelling in it. So my read of the week this week is 13 Clues, another book by Edward Robinson. 13 Clues by Edward Robinson. Man, when I say he's put his foot in these books, he's put his foot in these books. His storytelling is good. It is unique. And the way he paints the pictures, he tells the stories, the character development, all this stuff is very unique. I like the book. I personally like the books, and you know I'm an avid reader. So, yeah, the read of the week this week is 13 Clues by Edward Robinson. 13 Clues by Edward Robinson. And that's my read of the week. Now, I was about to skip that because I wanted to get straight to this shit. The dumbass of the week. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck is you talking about? Dumbass of the week, man. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck is you talking about? Dumbass of the week, man. So this week, my dumbass of the week, when I say this motherfucker is dumb and he deserves it, he deserves it. My dumbass of the week, fuck you talking about, is a selfish nigga. A Florida man. Like, this dude is selfish as fuck. Selfish. Is a Florida man. He don't look young at all. He really don't. He don't look young. But this nigga is the epitome of a deadbeat. What's the epitome of a deadbeat? He's the epitome of a deadbeat. I don't know if these motherfuckers just be doing this shit for clout. They want to go viral. They want to do the views. You know what I'm saying? They want to get views, clicks, likes, subscribers, whatever the case may be. But what this motherfucker did do is get my attention. And that's why he get dumbass of the week. You know what I'm saying? So this man, I ain't gonna get through his name yet. This man says he's glad his son passed away because he doesn't have to deal with his baby mama and child support anymore. Essentially, he been wishing death on his child, so he had to deal with the woman and the child support anymore. What kind of fucked up bullshit is that? Tell me, what kind of fucked up bullshit is that? This nigga said he glad that his kid is gone, so he don't have to deal with the baby mama and child support anymore. The exact post said, "I'm glad my jit dead. Now I ain't gotta worry about a dumb broke female making my life hard. Ha ha ha. I beat the Matrix." You hear this shit? Nigga say he beat the Matrix. The fuck? If it was that bad, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. That wasn't the only one. He said, "Don't get me wrong. I miss my jit. But the piece I get is priceless. I don't got to worry about no child support, no baby mama drama, making me feel less than." Rest in peace, RJ. At the end, this nigga said, "Rest in peace at the end." Rest in peace at the end to his son. After saying the piece he get is priceless. So he ain't got to worry about child support or baby mama drama no more, making him feel less than. Then he gonna say that, they're gonna say rest in peace. Right? So my dumb ass, who fuck you talk about, is going to Robert Hannon, the Florida man. Straight on this Florida man bullshit. Now, a lot of dudes probably feel this way, not about the kid, but probably about the baby mama. Him, this nigga's happy. This nigga is smoking a cigar or something in the picture, celebrating that his kid is gone because he ain't got to deal with the mama no more. This nigga probably didn't even love that child. He loved it when he was making it. He got that motherfucking nut. But this nigga said he glad his kid is gone because he didn't want to deal with the baby mama and child support no more. How sick and fucked up of a person you got to be? How sick and fucked up is the culture y'all so-called we live in, y'all believe in? This is the culture. The baby mama culture, the gang culture, this kind of shit. This is the culture right here. When y'all niggas say the culture, this is the culture. And y'all proud of this shit. You niggas is proud of this shit. It's a fucking shame. Y'all proud of this. So, my boy, Robert Hannon, you are the dumbass of the week. Fuck is you talking about? And they need to investigate your ass. You probably had something to do with the death you did. Fucking pussy. Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. But that's my dumbass of the week, man. That is my dumbass of the week. I don't get it, man. But this is y'all culture. This is y'all culture. This is the culture y'all claim that y'all love. This is y'all culture. You understand me? Y'all culture. Fuck is y'all talking about, man? Stupid. All right. So again, school is back in. So I know traveling is down to the low and stuff like that. But the travel tip for this week, man, is start preparing for Christmas travel, New Year's travel, Thanksgiving travel, right? So start looking at flights now. Start looking at hotels and stuff now, right? And then start looking, if you want to go to the resorts, the wintertime resorts, ski resorts and stuff like that, start looking now while the prices are still kind of low. You know, the earlier you reserve, the better. So let's start looking at those resorts, those hotels, the transportation costs and stuff like that. Start preparing, forecasting out. October's right around the corner. And you know, once October comes, after Halloween, it's essentially holiday season. After Halloween is essentially holiday season all the way till Valentine's Day. So start preparing now. Don't wait till the last minute. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, man, forecast out. And that's the travel tip. I had to keep that one short. But hey, y'all, tonight was a good show. Very, very great show. You know what I'm saying? Next week, I got a special guest on. I'm going to leave it anonymous, but I got a special guest on next week. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to tell y'all too much about it. Y'all just going to have to be there, to see there. You know what I'm saying? Me. So anyway, man, thanks everybody that's been supporting, watching, listening, and leaving comments and liking and subscribing. Man, I appreciate y'all, man, for real. With that being said, y'all go and get the fuck out of my face, man. And rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan and all the other people that we lost, Frankie Beverly, everybody. Rest in peace to all of them too, man. And all my lows. Rest in peace to my grandparents, Everett Drew and Augustus Brooks. Man, I love y'all and I miss y'all. You know what I'm saying? For real. Now, with that being said, peace.